This is Mr. Heath. I'll explain how math works in our classroom. You might think that our classroom works like the classrooms you see on TV, or the ones that you were in when you were in elementary school. Well, times have changed. We don't teach this way anymore. The focus is now on the students and how the students are learning. We create lessons that are targeted to allow students to learn and grow. We teachers work together to think of ways for all students to find success. You may remember the teaching model from when you were a child. We don't use this model anymore because it is not focused on student growth. You may remember the old model well. The teacher stands in the front of the room and teaches a topic to everyone. All students learn at the same time, the same skill, in the same way.
Well, of course, all of us have to, if our room is to be a good place to work. Now, Bobby has shown us some of the ways of working quietly by ourselves. Who would like to show how we work quietly in a reading group?
This old model may lead to student boredom. This is because some students don't understand the skill. And some students already knew it before the teacher started teaching an hour ago. Usually, after this old type of lesson, the teacher gives all kids homework. Students who didn't understand it are now frustrated and can't do the homework. Students who already knew it zip through it or don't take it seriously at all. Then, 2 to 3 weeks later, there's a test given. The teacher grades the test, and then the students see their grade. There might be some reteaching, but then the teacher moves on. This may mean that some students still don't understand the material, and probably never will. In the old structure, the teacher has all the control and makes all the decisions. Nowadays, we teachers collect student data and meet together in teams to make decisions on what is best for your students. We let the students drive the learning. We work together to ensure that your child is learning what they need to learn, and that they are given opportunities to have intervention if they need it. We teachers all have different ways of giving our students what they need. We do work in teams to make decisions, but we also individually decide on what is best for our students' needs. That's why each teacher is a little bit different. We all have different kids that all have different needs. Now I will share with you how our class has a structure where the students are in control of their own learning. In our class, students have all the control. They are given assessments on the Common Core standards to see what level they are at with the math skills. I look at the whole class data and I choose topics that my class shows a need for. I teach those Common Core math skills only to those students who really need it. Often I'll simply ask, who needs help with this? And students will join me to learn more, but this takes practice. Students are accountable for recognizing that they need help with a math skill and that they have to make a decision to join the group. Sometimes they need a little push. In our small groups, again, the students control the learning. I provide resources for them to use and a direction, but the students are the ones teaching themselves. They provide answers and ask each other, "Am I right?" This forces students to have student-to-student interactions and be accountable not only for themselves, but for the learning of others. At the end of the lesson, I do give homework, but to whoever wants it. These are practices that I don't really want back. They're just a suggestion that I give them that will allow the student to get better. Again, the student is in control of their learning. They can decide to take the homework home and do it, or decide not to. But this homework gives them much needed practice. Usually, students make the right decision. So, students who don't understand the math topic get the learning that they need. And what about the students who don't need help? Well, these students, either because they decided they don't need help or demonstrated that they don't, are doing centers or activities that increase their current levels. They use the level given to them by an assessment to choose an activity that is on their level. They practice these skills with others until they feel that they've mastered the skill. Then they practice another skill. I offer homework to these students too, but we take little assessments all of the time, just to see where your child is in math. But we do take an assessment every 2 to 3 weeks, where students re-level themselves to see what level they're on now. Sometimes the practice that they've been doing for the last 2 or 3 weeks really pays off and they improve. And then the whole process starts again. In our class, the learning is under student control. Your child makes most of the decisions in their math learning. I will try to guide them in the right direction and provide opportunities for them to learn. But they must do the work to improve. In this way, they are preparing themselves for the real world. That's how math works. You can see that we teachers are working hard to give your child experiences for them to improve, no matter what level they're on. We will work hard to do this every day. You can help at home by talking to your child about what learning took place that day. I also have a website for students and parents that you can use frequently that will give you ideas on how to extend the learning at home. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm just an email away.